Okay, so today we're doing factoring. So we're on this page of our notes that's called 6.6 factoring. So factoring is kind of the opposite of the distributive property. So instead of multiplying a number in, we're going to be dividing a number out. So if we look at example A, it says factor 18 plus 30 using the greatest common factor. So we have to start by finding the greatest common factor of 18 and 30. So let's make a list of the factors of 18 and 30. So let's start with 1. 1 goes into 18 times. 2 goes into 18 9 times. 3 goes into 18 6 times. 4 does not go into 18. 5 does not go into 18. And then we're right back at 6. So once you check all the numbers between the last two set that you got, you have all the factors. So we have 3 and 6. We tried 4 and 5, and there was nothing else. So these are all the factors of 18. Okay, now let's do 30. So we have 1 times 30, 2 times 15, 3 times 10, 4 does not go into 30, 5 times 6. Okay, now we would need to check all the numbers between 5 and 6 to keep going, but there's nothing else between 5 and 6. So we have all the factors of 30. So now the greatest common factor between 18 and 30 is 6. 6 is the biggest number that is a factor of both of them. So our greatest common factor is 6. So the 6 is going to go outside the parentheses, because we're dividing out the greatest common factor, and we're dividing it out of 18, and we're dividing it out of 30. So we're going to put in the inside what's left over. So 18 divided by 6 is 3, plus 30 divided by 6 is 5. So our factored expression is going to be 6 times 3 plus 5. So the answer looks like the start of a distributive property problem. Okay, now let's try letter B. Factor 20 minus 12 using the greatest common factor. So let's find the greatest common factor between 20 and 12. So let's make a list of all the factors of 20 and 12. So for 20, we have 1 times 20, 2 times 10, 3 does not go into 20. Let's try 4. 4 times 5, and that's it. We get 4, then we're on to 5, and that's all the factors. So 12, we have 1 times 12, 2 times 6, 3 times 4, and that's all the factors of 12. So now the greatest common factor, the biggest number that is a factor of both of these, is 4. So greatest common factor is 4. That's going to go on the outside of the parentheses. Then we're going to divide out the 4 from 20 and 12. So 20 divided by 4 is 5, minus 12 divided by 4 is 3. So our factored expression is 4 times 5 minus 3. The number on the outside has to be the greatest common factor. So for example, you could have used 2, but that wouldn't be the right factored expression because 2 is not the greatest common factor. It should be 4. So now pause the video here and try 1, 2, and 3 on your own. Then press play to continue the video to check if you got the right answers. Okay, so for number 1, greatest common factor between 9 and 15 is 3. So we're going to divide out a 3. So 9 divided by 3 gives us 3, plus 15 divided by 3 gives us 5. So the factored expression is 3 times 3 plus 5. Number 2, greatest common factor between 60 and 45 is 15. So we're going to divide out a 15 from 60, divide out a 15 from 45. So 60 divided by 15 is 4, plus 45 divided by 15 is 3. So the factored expression is 15 times 4 plus 3. Okay, number 3, greatest common factor between 30 and 20 is 10. So we're going to divide out a 10 from 30. You get 3, minus divide out a 10 from 20. You get 2. So the factored expression is 10 times 3 minus 2.